Today, it's the National Football League. It's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Houston Oilers taking on Trevor Lawrence and the London Monarchs.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with their opponents. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Ryan Tannehill will be orchestrating the offense, the top 10 pick back in 2012.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
And some room to work. And they work this well upfield across. The 45. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down. I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Tannehill. He dumps it off for Henry. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a second down. Now a give, right side. Tolbert. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's Lawrence. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. Well, this is caught by Williams. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Clock running. Under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. A first down carry for Henry. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 62 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Play action. It's Tannehill. Looking end zone for Jones. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On first down, Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Now Tannehill. And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Henry is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Henry again. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Derrick Henry, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Oilers are able to widen their advantage. extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Williams now on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. Now Lawrence. Able to complete this to Shenault. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From midfield now, Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. It's Terry. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. And they rattle off a big one.
As a general manager, you're counting on your first and second round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Tim Tebow, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Monarchs are back within a score. And, boy, that was a heavy set. I think they had 3 tight ends out there. The fullback, you knew what they were going to do.
Yeah, they weren't trying to fool anybody at all, were they? There was none of this show-you heavy set, bootleg it out. Nah. Big guys up front, hand it to the big guy in the backfield.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Now it's Tannehill. incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. Throwing again is Tannehill. Finding room to the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the red zone now, Tannehill. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Derrick Henry. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Oilers add 6 to their lead. Extra point safely through. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, Williams. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here?
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw again is Lawrence. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So we now proceed to the start of the second half. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. Williams to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. 62 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They'll run on first down. Tolbert. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now a give right side. Tolbert, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Lawrence steps away to his left. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Monarchs have got it back to within a score. Out for the PAT, here's Sloman. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. A drive that time of 6 plays. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
On 1st down, Henry. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. 2nd and 5. Again, it's Henry. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw into the hands of Ferkser here. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Working with a 2nd and 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Tannehill able to find Henry out of the backfield. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Tannehill now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come back and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Off the option, here's Henry. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. He'll get it up the middle. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And did he break the plane? Yes, he did. Touchdown. Derrick Henry. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Oilers are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. London about set to take over on offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Jeffrey Simmons in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
He finds his man, complete. That's Terry. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try again. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Monarchs have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Tannehill's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 131 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now Tannehill. On the slant, he'll get it to Jones. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 2nd down, they go again with Henry. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for the 1st with Henry.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage. Understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I tell you what, one thing that you and I featured as a storyline was that they were facing the NFL's #1 defense coming in, and they really took it right to them.
Yeah, they didn't blink, did they? And instead of just saying to themselves, let's make sure that we minimize our mistakes and try and play a conservative-type game, they attacked right from the beginning. Said, we got to go after these guys. I think sometimes you take the #1 rated defense by surprise when you do that.
So for the home team here, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else, in their sanity as they move to 4 and 6. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA.